Hello and good morning. Yes, the sun is kind of out, slightly behind the clouds, so I've decided to bring you down to Edinburgh Seaside at Portobello Beach. Now, a lot of you might not have realised that Edinburgh has a seaside. It's about 2.5–3 miles outside of town. It's really easy to get to. Again, you can jump on the 26 and it'll take you straight here. There's a little bit of a breeze today, so I'm hoping that it's not going to get on the camera. You can hear it. You'll notice I've still got a hat on, I'm still wearing a jacket. It's about 4 days away from Easter right now, but it's not warm yet, it's still cold. But you can see it's a beautiful beach, although there is a dog pooing on the sand right there, but there's a good owner who's going to pick up the poo. Good owner. I keep cutting off my head with this new camera. I can't seem to get used to it. I will get used to it, but I can't get used to it yet. Portobello Beach. About 1.5 miles at a push, 1.5 miles of actually beautiful sand. You can see they come out and they clean the sand quite often actually. I'm not sure how often, but they do come out. I used to get brought here a lot as a kid because my dad worked not far from the beach here. So he knew the area, and he knew the area growing up as well. So he used to bring me down here quite a lot. Now it's went through quite a lot of changes, this area. Obviously it wasn't always this beautiful beach. It might have been, I don't know, I wasn't there, but it's had a very, I don't want to say iconic history because it's not had an iconic history, but it's been a part of history. In about 1296, William Wallace actually gathered soldiers round about this area to go and do the Battle of Dunbar, which is down that way somewhere. 1800s, this was a big smugglers area. Lots of smugglers used to sneak in and built a little smuggler's sort of hut up that way, close to where is now the High Street. The 1900s, this was really popular. Loads of people used to come for their holidays here. Coming down to Portobello Beach was a massive thing. And also, right up until the 60s, it was really popular. There used to be a big area for everyone to come over from Glasgow, funnily enough. There's 2 weeks holidays, sort of. They're called the Trades Fortnight. Fortnight being in 14 nights. Fortnight. Glasgow and Edinburgh have different trades fortnights, so all the tradesmen in Edinburgh would take 2 weeks off, and then I think it's the following week Glasgow, all the tradesmen in Glasgow would have 2 weeks off, and during that Glasgow Trades Fortnight they would all come over to Edinburgh. They'd all come here to the beach. This place on a beautiful day, you cannot move. It is really busy on a beautiful day down here. But yeah, the Glasgow Trades Fortnight, they would all come out here and have massive holidays. There used to be so much more here. Just beside me over here, you can see behind me the last remnants of the amusements and arcades that used to be here. I used to come here quite a lot, like I said, when I was a kid, and go to the arcades. And where that white building is right there, can you see that? Am I pointing at it right? Yep. There used to be a pier. Now, the pier hasn't been here for a long time. It was built in the 1800s and went out for about 1,200 feet. It was really long. At the end it had a restaurant, an observatory and other sort of entertainment that you would expect to see on a pier. However, unfortunately, it actually was knocked down in 1917 because it had rusted away. It wasn't safe anymore. This area started to gradually get more and more popular again. Maybe not so much for a holiday, but definitely for a trip to the seaside. The arcades there, like I said, is the last one, and just sort of where I'm facing over there, there was permanent amusements, rides and things like that. I used to love going there. There is beautiful cafes if you want to come and have a little brunch, a little lunch or a little breakfast or anything. There's a couple of cafes actually right there. I'll go over and have a look, but they're right there. And further away down there, there's a pub, and there's a pub there. It's there's always a pub. We always have a pub. But it's actually really great. If you happen to be here on a nice sunny day and you fancy just something a little bit different instead of looking around all the old buildings, this is actually a great place to come. It's a beautiful beach. The Portobello High Street has got nice little quirky shops and things like that. It's got a lot of charity shops. They've got lots of little things as we like to go antiquing. But it's also got, you know, chippies, ice cream parlours, all these sort of places. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lovely change to, you know, what you would expect to come to Edinburgh. We bring the dogs down here every now and again. Nero's, I think it's called. They do a really nice breakfast, really nice lunch. Me and Kirsten were actually here yesterday having breakfast there with a couple of good friends of ours. And the Espy right there, that one right there, it's a really nice, beautiful little quirky pub. Again, lovely nice lunch, little snacks and things as well, very family friendly, and also dog friendly. There's an area at the back where you can bring your dogs. We brought the dogs and sat in there a couple of times and had a little bit of food. And this was where the pier was, right where I am now, opposite the Esplanade, bottom of Bath Street, looking way out there. In days gone by, a massive pier there. It's a real shame that it's gone. Oh, I'm getting a little doggy. Hello, pal. It is a shame it's not here anymore. There's lots of other things that goes on here as well if you happen to come down. Down there, I don't know if you can see, I'm not going to walk all the way down, but round about there, yeah, there, outside there, they have a lot of volleyball tournaments, believe it or not. Lots of people come down and they have beach volleyball there. Lots of joggers and things here as well. It's a beautiful esplanade. You can go and have a little jog and a walk along it. It's lovely. But a little touch of history. There's where there is now a five-a-side football pitches and a little community centre sort of play area for kids and things, used to be, believe it or not, an outdoor swimming pool. And it was massive. It was a huge outdoor swimming pool built in the 1930s. And it was knocked down in 1988, but actually was shut down about 79. Oh! I just fell in the hole there that someone had dug. Some child just tried to kill me. There was an outdoor swimming pool. It was incredibly popular, hugely popular, and you wouldn't think it because yes, we get sunny days, yes, they get kind of warm, but they're not, you know, like beach holiday warm. They're nice. Any day that the sun comes out, people in Scotland will be out going, burn me! We don't actually go brown straight away. We're a natural pale blue colour. It takes us a week's worth of tanning before we get white. There used to be an outdoor swimming pool. It was massively popular. People would queue up to the main street and along to try to get into it, to the point where they usually had to have one in, one out policy. It was so popular. Don't get me wrong, the pool was not that warm. There used to be a power station here as well, and the pool would get some heat from the power station. Not a lot, but it would get some. But it had massive diamond boards, and people used to come here all the time. It was so popular. The power station got knocked down in the 70s, so the pool lost a lot of the heat that it used to get. So then people really stopped going to it. And then, like I said, 1988, it unfortunately came down. But a little link with history as well, even though modern history. Sean Connery used to be a lifeguard at that outdoor swimming pool actually for 2 or 3 seasons before he ended up going off and becoming an actor. So, if you ever fancy coming down here and having a little bit of Connery history, then you know, well, you can. The building's not there anymore, but you can at least say that you did. I've came up onto the promenade now, so you can see the nice little promenade that you can walk and go jogging along if you want beside the beach. That's the Tower Amusements there behind me. It's actually majority gambling machines or 2p, 10p gambling machines, and it's got your grabbing to try to grab teddies and your claw machine, the claw, and there's a couple of arcades there. There's actually a really big Pac-Man machine and a massive retro Space Invader that you get to sit down and play on. It's okay. It's good for half an hour or so. They're actually right in front of me where there is now flats. There used to be a brilliant amusement park where there was rides and things like that, and I have to say I'm a little heartbroken that it's no longer there, but it hasn't been there for a long time, but I'm a bit sad. But yeah, if you ever get a chance on a nice day to come down and you want to do something different rather than seeing the history, if the sun's shining, get the bus out to Portobello, come down to the beach. It's lovely. Look at it, it's a beautiful clean beach. Don't go in the sea. Not because it's dirty or anything, but that's the North Sea. That's the Firth of Forth going out to the North Sea. It's freezing. Even on a hot day, that is freezing. Don't go in there. Paddle. You can paddle, that's about it. I thought this was a nice little change, guys. Instead of taking you around some historical bits, I thought I'd just show you some of the outskirts. Sorry about not doing a video last week. Work got in the way. unfortunately. I just did not have any time at all. But if you're interested in watching some other videos that I'm doing, I'm actually starting helping out the Edinburgh Playhouse with some of their videos. So if you search for the Edinburgh Playhouse YouTube page, I've made a nice trailer for them for the YouTube page, and we did a video last week on they've got Matilda coming, so I did a nice little bit about the tickets going on sale for Matilda. If you fancy that, go check that out as well. You know what I'm going to say, guys, if you like it, please like it. It lets me know that you like it. Press that like button, subscribe. That would be amazing if you could subscribe. You'd be like my favourite person. But till next time, bye humans.